Okay, so we have the Albedo file.
Yeah, we can see it.
This is the Albedo file. This is going to be the color file for the material. So because this is going to be a metallic material, the Albedo file is going to give the color of the reflection. That's because I'm going to use the metalness workflow, metalness roughness workflow, which works this way. Okay, so we have the Albedo file. And I just talk a little bit later about the another way to create metal in Redshift. Okay, this is the one I use here because it's a quick solve picture. So we have this one. We have the metalness, which is interesting because it's pure white. Okay. So actually, I won't have to load this one because this is pure white, but I could do it. We will see there is no difference between them two. And we will see later why it's interesting to have a map for metalness. It's very interesting if you want to create mixed materials with, for example, metallic part and non-metallic part. For example, if you have chipped paint on a material, you want to reveal the metal beneath. Then we have the normal map and our roughness map. Okay, and the roughness map is actually the only one we can see really some details. There are some details on the normal map, but we don't see it very well. But there are some on the roughness map, and the Albedo also has some details. Okay, so I'm going to load them inside. So I just need, I'm grabbing them from another window, and I'm going to drag them into the viewport. So I'm going to take the metalness also, Albedo. Let's put them here. It's going to take some time to load. And here we are. So we have our different texture. So it's pretty easy for now. We just need, so yes, with the node editor, we can't see. This is something I really would like to have to know the name of the texture here. So you have to recognize them by eyeballing it, or you're going to see here. So this is the roughness. Let's put it there, and this is the albedo here. And we have here our metalness, and here the normal map. Okay, so one very, very, very important first step that you should never forget, because this is paramount. I mean, this is the stuff you can't miss. All right, that's why I'm saying it a lot. You need to take care of the author sRGB or the linear color profile, and I will explain later why. So concerning the color, the albedo, the diffuse, color, albedo, diffuse, they are not the same, but for the sake of simplification, I will say now they are the same. So we have here the albedo. You don't need to do anything. You're going to use the sRGB profile, which is the default one, because this is a JPEG, PNG, bitmap. All those have a sRGB profile embedded usually inside the file. I mean, 99% of the time it's sRGB. So for the albedo, you don't need to do anything. For all the technical map, let's say technical map, you need to change here the gamma override. Okay, again, I stress this is very important. It won't work otherwise. Well, it will work, but not very well. You will have some false results. It's not going to work the way it should. Okay, so I'm going to enable here gamma override. Also for this one, obviously, which is the roughness. And the metalness, well, it's useful because we won't use it. It's a pure white, but let's do it anyway. And they're all enabled, okay? So this is something to do every time when you load bitmaps. You need to change the gamma override to have a linear color profile, okay? You don't need to do that when you use noises or surfaces you create inside Cinema 4D. So if I load a noise, Maxon noise, I won't need to do that. Okay, and you don't need to do that for the color. So I'm going to plug the color in the color. Now we're going to take, so this one, which is the metalness. So in order to use the metalness workflow, because this is a Quixel, the maps are coming from Quixels, you go in the base property here, and you're going to change on the reflection, the Fresnel type from IOR to metalness. Here you have two choices. Either you're going to use your metalness map and plug it here on the metalness. So let's do it. This is the metalness. I'm going to take here, and this is going to the reflection, this one. Not this one, I'm sorry. This is going to be this reflection, I'm sorry. And we're going to the metalness. So we can see here, now on the material, this is driven by this texture, okay? The other choice, because this is a pure white map, and very often coming from Substance or other engine, it can happen also with Substance, for example. You don't really need to have a white map. If you were using a real-time engine, we wouldn't have any other choice. But here, in that case, Redshift is capable of not using it because it's pure white. So instead of plugging it, you will have the exact same result by putting here the metalness value to white, which is 1. Okay, black is 0, white is 1. So we have pure white, and this is the same effect here as having a white picture, a white bitmap in this slot. Okay. Next, we have here this is here the roughness, and the roughness is going to the reflection again. Reflection, and it's going in the roughness. You can see it has an effect already. And then we have here the normal map. Normal map need to go inside, so I'm going to double click to have our menu. I'm going to load a bump map. So bump map, I'm going to put it there. And because here we're using a normal map, the normal map must go to the bump map. Bump map must be here in tangent space normal. Okay, I'm going to plug it here now. Texture input, and the bump map go to here, the overall. So overall, which is right here, bump map. And our material is complete. Now I can apply it to our shadow ball. So I'm going to put it on top. Let's delete this one. I'm going to call it new metal so that I don't confuse it again. And now if I start my IPR, we have our material. So it's very simple.